And behind us are these incredible mountains. Spin around and see right there as well. And we're gonna go hike that later, right?
No, again, that's the wrong harness. You brought the wrong harness.
Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures.
Well, we are in Narbonne. We are about ready to start a 1 week of our 7-week European adventure, but this time we're gonna focus on the Pyrenees. So we're gonna drive from Narbonne to some place in the mountains. I think the hotel we're staying at is La Grange aux Marmottes, like little furry creatures. And we are with our youngest, and we are looking for serenity and downtime and medieval architecture and abbeys and
Laundry.
We need to do laundry.
And a real bed and a big full shower.
Oh my gosh, we actually have a bathtub in our bathroom, so I think I'm gonna have to go find myself a pharmacy and get me some bubble bath.
On the road again.
I think that's a temperature sensor. Well, it looks like it's a temperature sensor that keeps going off, and the gas pedal is not responding to them. So
right.
We are headed back to Alamo. Hopefully the guy is there so that we can get a different car.
Terri's now going for a test drive to show him what's wrong with the car. I've never seen this happen with a car before. Too much technology, I think. All right, Terri, what was the problem?
Somehow some sort of adaptive cruise control was turned on, and it was limiting to 30 miles per hour. So,
oh boy.
Or 30 kilometers per hour.
Well, we want to go more than 30 kilometers an hour. This is one of the few churches where they've built houses right up to the wall of the church. That's this side over here, and this is some house. And I'm walking down the space between the two, and I'm going to see, and I'm not a very broad-shouldered guy, I can almost touch both sides all the way down. That's kind of cool.
Once again, the best laid plans need to be changed. So we had actually a really good lunch in Lagrasse, which apparently it's one of the prettiest villages in France. Lovely vegetarian lunch. We went to a place that you either had the dish or the dish with chicken, and that was it. It was good. But otherwise, I think you're supposed to be in the middle, but this is also the bike lane. it's Sunday morning. Saturday flew by, but went very, very slowly all at the same time as we made our way from luz-saint-saveur to Narbonne, got the car issue resolved, and then got on the road with a quick stop in Lagrasse for lunch.
And we stumbled or meandered into this incredible cave. And it turns out there's a lot of these caves, but this one was enormous. We drove through the cave, and there's even more cave that you can pay a ticket to go walk around in. We didn't have time for that. And then a huge waterfall at the other side, which was just incredible.
Yeah, no, that was an incredible find. We hit torrential rain, which got super, super scary as we got higher above the river, and it was like the sheer drop down, but absolutely gorgeous, even though it was totally rainy and foggy, as we made our way up the serpentine road to where we are tonight, which is the hotel and restaurant La Grange aux Marmottes. Hopefully I get to take a lovely bath in this great bathtub, and you might be able to hear behind us, they're just sheep with bells around their neck that are just grazing up here. Apparently the Pyrenees, they have this whole, transhumance, where in the summer they move all the animals up to high ground where it's cooler, and then in the winter they move them down.
So we're going to spend the day sort of resetting ourselves, getting some laundry done, taking a bath,
some photos to organize,
and some stretching to do, and then we'll be here one more night before we launch off to Sebastian tomorrow. So we're going to go get some breakfast, and then we'll go from there. But the most important thing to remember, everyone, is that it is Sunday morning, and in France, it's not Mother's Day. That's in another 2 weeks. But in the United States, it is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. You get 2 Mother's Days.
Oh, great, since you forgot about it.
Staying in this community of Viscos, I believe is how you pronounce it, and I can't quite tell what part of it is hotel and what part of it is just some neighbor's house. It's just a bunch of little houses built into the side of a hill. It's pretty impressive. It's interesting to see how these old villages have developed. I believe this is where they used to do wash. You've got sort of a sloped piece of rock there, and water was in there. I've seen that in other places. This one here maybe was just drinking water, or some sort of a well or reservoir that you could do. And this one over here is where you sort your plastics and glass.
Climbed up to the redments of Chateau Saint-Marie, which looks like dates back to 1180, so the 12th century, overlooking this lovely valley. And behind us are these incredible mountains. Spin around and see right there as well. And we're gonna go hike that later, right?
No, again, that's the wrong harness. You brought the wrong harness.
Now we are going to go, where are we going now?
We are going to the Église
Templiers,
or
Knights of Templars. We met a couple from New Jersey, Dave and Stacy, if you're watching this. Lovely to meet you. Hope the rest of your trip was good and you had an easy trip back to New Jersey. We made our way to Cauterets to have some lunch. This is where you and Theodore did laundry yesterday.
Yep, quick trip yesterday to get chores checked off, and then we came back today. The little town is quite cute, but the drive over is also as impressive.
Yeah, and I'm glad it was impressive because we got here and we are obviously here during shoulder season or off season. We had to walk around for about 20 minutes to find a restaurant that was open, and it was like at 12:30, so we're talking right in the middle of lunch hour. There's a Notre Dame church here, thermal baths. It really is quite charming. I imagine it would be a complete zoo during the peak months, during ski season and then also during summer season. We saw a lot of camping options and ski options, etc. As you said, the gondola wasn't working yesterday.
Middle of June it'll start working.
But this is pretty cute.
Yeah.
But Theodore and I were practicing our Spanish at lunch because we are closing out our mountain portion of our trip and we are moving into our beach portion. This is kind of end of France for us. Not a bad place to end it.
Okay, and for you, we'll see you next week in San Sebastian.